Hold on to your popcorn, because this is a saga of one NFL wide receiver who, in a single month of early 2026, lost his team, his relationship, and picked up a felony charge while the entire internet gleefully watched every messy second. His name? Stefon Diggs, and right now his life looks nothing like it did a year ago. We're diving into the career that made him one of the most feared receivers of his generation, the contract headache that forced New England to cut him despite a 1,000-yard comeback, the whirlwind romance with Cardi B that had fans planning proposals, and the breakup that hit just before the biggest game of his life. Nothing gets skipped. Hit that like button now. If you click this video, you already know you want the full chaos, so do it before we dive in. Stefon Diggs grew up in Montgomery County, Maryland, at Our Lady of Good Counsel High School, dominating football and track, while life made sure he carried serious weight from the start. At 14, his father Aaron Diggs passed, and suddenly a teenager stepped up as a stand-in dad for his younger brothers. One of those brothers, NFL star Trevon Diggs. So yes, athleticism clearly runs deep in the family. Out of high school, Stefon entered the 2015 NFL Draft and landed with the Minnesota Vikings as the 146th overall pick, a fifth-round selection most teams barely remember making. Fifth-round picks? Usually politely thanked and buried on depth charts. Stefon Diggs had other plans. Slowly, he became one of the most dangerous receivers in football, building a reputation that spread by word of mouth long before highlight reels caught up. Then came January 14th. 2018 NFC Divisional Playoff versus the New Orleans Saints. Saints led by 1. 10 seconds left. Vikings on their own 39. No timeouts. Zero logic in their favor. Quarterback Case Keenum threw toward Diggs. The ball arrived, and Saints safety Marcus Williams missed a tackle so badly it looked like he just decided not to show up. Stefon Diggs strolled 61 yards untouched into the end zone as time expired, etching what we now know as the Minneapolis Miracle into NFL history, one of the most replayed moments in playoff lore. Stefon grew up in Montgomery County, Maryland, at Our Lady of Good Counsel High School, crushing football and track while life threw heavy responsibilities his way. At 14, his father Aaron Diggs passed, and suddenly a teenager became the stand-in dad for his younger brothers. One of those brothers, NFL star Trevon Diggs. So yes, the toughness clearly runs in the family. Out of high school, Stefon entered the 2015 NFL Draft and was scooped up by the Minnesota Vikings as the 146th overall pick, a fifth-round selection most teams barely remember. Fifth-rounders are usually politely thanked, then buried on depth charts. Stefon Diggs had a different plan. Minnesota gave him a stage, and over 4 years, he quietly became one of football's most dangerous receivers, building a reputation that spread by whispers long before highlight reels caught up. Then January 14th, 2018, happened. NFC Divisional Playoff against the Saints. Vikings trailing by 1. 10 seconds left. Own 39-yard line. No timeouts. Zero logic in their favor. Quarterback Case Keenum threw to Diggs. Williams completely absent. And 61 yards later, touchdown. Minneapolis Miracle forever. But the drama didn't stop there. By 2019, Diggs was clearly frustrated in Minnesota, his body language screaming it all. That tension ended in March 2020 when the Vikings shipped him to the Buffalo Bills, a move skeptics questioned for 2 seconds before realizing Buffalo had struck gold. In 2020, Diggs led all NFL receivers with 127 catches, 1,535 yards, and earned first-team All-Pro honors. That was year one. Over the next seasons, he posted 6 straight 1,000-yard campaigns and 4 consecutive 100-plus catch years, numbers that belong in conversations about an era's best, not just a hot streak. Buffalo's offense became must-watch TV, and Diggs was the reason defenses had to scramble every week. On April 6, 2022, the Bills handed him a 4-year, $96 million extension through 2027, bringing his total NFL earnings past $155 million. The guy who was supposed to be forgotten by year 2? Stefon Diggs built a mini-empire instead. And yes, hit that subscribe button. If you've been lurking on this channel, consider this your official nudge. Cardi B didn't let Stefon slide. And trust me, we're not letting you slide either. Subscribe. We see you. Fast forward to 2023. Buffalo's chapter started showing cracks. Tension rumors popped up, sideline body language screamed it all, and Diggs' relationship with the Bills quietly went downhill. By spring 2024, the Bills shipped him to the Houston Texans, whether he was ready or not. Houston arrived as one of the NFL's most exciting young squads, and initially, Diggs delivered like the star he is. Heading into Week 8, 47 receptions, 496 yards, 3 touchdowns, solid veteran production. Then, against the Colts, disaster struck. No collision, no hit, just one wrong step. Torn ACL. Boom. Career-threatening, confidence-crushing, and especially scary at 31. Suddenly, teams stopped seeing a proven superstar and started seeing a high-price question mark. Diggs knew what it meant. Prove the doubters wrong. Again. Enter March 28, 2025, a 3-year, $63.5 million deal with the New England Patriots. Rebuilding under coach Mike Vrabel after the Bill Belichick era, the Patriots got their veteran anchor, their proven playmaker. And Diggs delivered. Coming off ACL surgery, he led the Patriots with 85 receptions, 1,300 receiving yards, and 4 touchdowns, hitting the 1,000-yard mark when most had written him off. New England went 14-3, rode the momentum through January, and punched their ticket to Super Bowl 60. Torn ACL in 2024, new team in 2025, and a Super Bowl ride. Diggs had written one of the best comeback stories in the league. The Super Bowl itself? Meh. 3 catches, 37 yards. Patriots lost. Across all 4 postseason games, 14 receptions, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Solid, but quiet for a player of his caliber on the sport's biggest stage. Hit that like button. Yes, right now. Because we're only halfway through, and trust me, the drama is about to explode. If you're still here, tap it and let the algorithm know this chaos deserves to be seen. Now we get to the part where a football comeback collided with full-on celebrity spectacle. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B made their first public appearance together in May 2025, and Cardi went official the next month. From that moment, the internet went absolutely wild, acting like it had discovered a pairing worth shipping. A Grammy-winning rapper with a massive following dating an NFL receiver fresh off ACL surgery? Layers. People, layers. Throughout the 2025 season, Cardi showed up at games, made her presence impossible to ignore, and fans ate up every second of the public PDA. Then came the headline that turned hype into obsession. Cardi B was pregnant with Stefon Diggs' child. November 2025, she gave birth to their son. Heading into the Super Bowl, the setup was almost absurdly perfect. Cardi performing at Bad Bunny's halftime show, her boyfriend playing in the game. It had historic moment energy written all over it. February 2nd, days before kickoff, a reporter asked Diggs if an engagement ring was coming. His answer, "It's on the agenda. Maybe. Right. I gotta get mine first, though." Translation, Super Bowl ring comes first, wedding talk later. Fans were already planning the wedding in the comments before the interview ended. Now, the timeline gets messy. Reports say the split didn't happen after the Super Bowl. It happened a few days before the game. While Diggs was prepping for the biggest stage, the signs were there if you knew what to look for. Cardi sent a brief good luck text, performed at halftime, then left early. Cameras caught every awkward energy shift, and fans pieced it together in real time. The day after the Super Bowl, people confirmed what everyone suspected. Diggs and Cardi had unfollowed each other on Instagram. The relationship was done. US Weekly reported that Diggs, according to sources, had betrayed her repeatedly, and Cardi's friends were reportedly pushing her to walk away, insisting she deserved better. As for Cardi herself, she was reportedly feeling free, focused on her music, and ready to reclaim her narrative. Meanwhile, 50 Cent dropped a side-by-side pic of Diggs and Cardi B on Instagram, and chaos erupted instantly, because when 50 Cent posts that kind of content during a celebrity breakup, trust me, it's never accidental. Hit that subscribe button. Pause. If Cardi's friends were trying to tell her she deserved better, your friends are definitely screaming at you to subscribe. Don't be that person who watches and doesn't click. We'll be right here. Cardi B didn't do a press release. No publicist, no stage statement. She did what she does best. Went straight to her fans on the Little Miss Drama tour, and the headlines lit up for weeks. Valentine's Day, February 14th, rapper Bayer threw shade at Diggs online, and Cardi responded the very next night at her sold-out LA show. From the stage, She snapped. Just because I ain't dealing with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy. She publicly defended him in the middle of their breakup. Messy, complicated, human, and unforgettable. She showed up for him while walking away. Fast forward to February 27 to her San Francisco tour stop. The energy shifted. Cardi declared, "It's called principle. You can't be out here playing with a girl like me. There are men out here praying for a girl like me. You hear me?" Whether aimed at Diggs specifically or just a situation, the crowd treated it like a verdict, and social media ran wild. But underneath all of this, Diggs had two other kids outside of his son with Cardi, a 9-year-old daughter, Nova, and a second daughter, Charlie, confirmed by a paternity test last November. So heading into the Super Bowl, Cardi was juggling a newborn, a crumbling relationship, and a fresh paternity bomb, all at once. Here's the kicker. March 4th, the same day the Patriot called Stefon Diggs to tell him he was cut, his mom, Stephanie Diggs, was in Houston at Cardi's concert sitting next to DeAndre Hopkins' mom, Sabrina Greenlay, his mother at his ex's show, on the exact day he got dumped. Nobody scripts coincidences like that. And now, the serious stuff. Diggs faces an ongoing legal battle that can't be ignored. On December 2nd, 2025, an incident allegedly happened at his home with a personal chef. He supposedly entered her room over unpaid wages, allegedly slapped her, and tried to choke her with his elbow. On December 30th, he was formally charged with felony strangulation and suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery. February 28, 2026, Diggs pleaded not guilty in Dam District Court and was released on personal recognizance. Pre-trial hearing, April 1st, 2026. Attorney stance, he is completely innocent. A police report even notes the alleged victim received text from someone she believed was Diggs' girlfriend saying, "It's not that big of a deal." These are active, serious charges. Nothing proven yet. But this legal cloud is hanging over everything: career moves, personal life, all of it. After a 1,000-yard comeback, a Super Bowl run, and non-stop off-field chaos, the Patriots pulled the trigger and released Stefon Diggs. Here's the cold math. His 3-year, $63.5 million deal in March 2025 was structured so that 2026 became the reckoning. Base salary jumped from $2.9 million to $20.6 million. Cap hit shot from $10.5 million to $26.5 million, a chunk that would cripple New England's flexibility. Plus, $6 million was about to fully guarantee in days. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported March 4th that New England cut Diggs early to give him a head start before the league year officially opened March 11th. That move freed $16.8 million in cap space. And here's the sting. Coach Mike Vrabel praised Diggs publicly on February 25th at the Combine, applauding his rehab and leadership. 8 days later, he was off the roster. Diggs posted immediately, "Thank you for a hell of a year. We family forever," followed by "Until we meet again 8, referencing his Patriots number. Then, in pure dramatic finality, he wiped every Patriots post, photo, and reference from Instagram, leaving zero trace. Anyone who's gone through a painful ending knows exactly what that move screams. Like, subscribe, seriously. If you watch this far without clicking, what are you doing? Cardi B walk away from a whole situationship. You can hit one button, subscribe, like, and let's finish this madness together. At 32, turning 33 this November, Diggs hits free agency carrying more baggage than anyone in this wide receiver class, and that class is stacked. The market is crowded. Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, all available without felony charges or non-stop media circus. Analysts aren't sugarcoating it. Diggs is not a first-wave target. He'll likely wait for the second wave of free agency to shake out. Rumored landing spots? The New York Giants, with young QB Jackson Dart building toward his prime. The Tennessee Titans, led by Cam Ward. A return to Buffalo, where he had his peak years, has been whispered about, but nothing solid. Off the field, Diggs is a father to multiple kids, including a newborn with Cardi B. That relationship is over. The April 1st pretrial hearing looms, and in the meantime, his agent is hustling, his lawyers are strategizing, and the internet is watching every move. Everything before 2026 reads like a textbook comeback. A 5th-round pick turned All-Pro, a frustrated Minnesota receiver who turned a trade into his career year, a 31-year-old tearing his ACL and leading a team to the Super Bowl the next year. March 2026. Though, that's a whole new beast. Not because any single hit is lethal, but because it's all hitting at once. A very public breakup under social media microscope, a felony charge of fight in court, free agency uncertainty, a release from a team he gave everything to, and a culture that's currently treating his name like a punchline. Cardi B told her San Francisco crowd, "There are men out there praying for a girl like me." By all accounts, Diggs was one of them. His next chapter will be written in a courtroom, in a new team facility, and in how he responds to a moment where everything that could go wrong already has. Redemption? Chaos? Nobody, including Stefon Diggs, knows yet. But this story isn't over. And when the next bomb drops, you already know where to get the full breakdown. Drop a comment. Do you think Stefon Diggs lands on a roster this season? Are you Team Cardi? If you're new, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. Like the video if you made it all the way through, and we'll see you in the next one.